Well, you talked about how you found out that they're trying to set up Drake in LA at one point. What exactly was that about?
That was about like him and Diddy were beefing, right? They had a little beef over something in Miami outside of Live.
I think Diddy allegedly did him or something. I think it was over the Start from the Bottom beat, where I guess it's supposed to go to Diddy and Drake took it and something silly like that.
You know, Drake here, Drake there. Who will run up on him? I'm not saying it. You know, it didn't come from Diddy directly, but LA get tricky. So you know, when there are beefs and they are here, no matter who it is, like there's certain people that are gonna get called, and I'm one of those people. So you know, I had privy, Drake to a little information. Like I said, I don't know where it came from, but I always, it's like my brother. So I hit him. I told him like, yo, this is what it is, but I got you. We over here, and I'm pretty heavy, so we straight.
Katt Williams was definitely speaking facts. All those rappers are finally being brought to light. It has just been made public that Drake's name is reportedly linked to the Diddy recordings. And not only is his name included, you can actually hear Drake shouting as well. That claim hit like a bombshell. But once you really start unpacking all the information that's been piling up since way back in 2014, it doesn't seem all that far-fetched anymore. This legal situation involving Diddy has illuminated everything, and for the very first time, the pieces are beginning to align clearly. Back in 2014, an incident occurred that truly set the tone. In the early morning hours of December 8th, during a VMA after-party, Diddy and Drake had a major confrontation.
Hard. Several outlets confirmed it. Word was, Diddy caught Drake slipping outside the club and gave him a serious beatdown. Reports said Drake had to hit the emergency room after that.
Puffy for so long and having dealings with him. What was the first thing you thought when you heard the story about him allegedly punching Drake?
He said and clicked him. I actually thought Drake must have said something wrong to him or something, or did something, or tried to play him, or something must have happened. I actually really didn't, I kind of just laughed. It's funny,
Although there was no footage of this, based on people that I've spoken to close to the situation, Diddy really did punch Drake in the face.
Oh, I got that call 4 o'clock in the morning.
He later attempted to downplay the situation, going live on air to suggest that he never laid a finger on Drake, as if the entire world wasn't already aware of what had happened.
Hands on Drake.
I did not put hands on Drake.
Oh.
And I do not want any problems with Drake. Drake is, right now, that's all I got. That's all I have to say. He's putting in his work. I didn't do.
According to numerous reputable news platforms and individuals who were present at the scene, he definitely did. And even 50 Cent confirmed it, saying, Diddy wouldn't know a hit if it was served to him on a silver platter. Reportedly, the altercation stemmed from the 0 to 100 instrumental. Diddy believed it was rightfully his, but Drake heard it, utilized it, and transformed it into a chart topper. That particular move irritated Diddy deeply, and that night in Miami was when everything came to a boiling point.
But Puff can't even hear a hit. See, I know he couldn't.
Puff can't hear a hit? That's kind of crazy.
He still hear things from back then, that time.
Oh, got you now.
Right.
Okay, got you.
He can't buy the right. You play it for him right now, and it's hot. He can't buy it. This is why he's fighting Drake. And you hit Drake because he used the beat that he didn't actually use.
0 to 100.
Right, you see what I'm saying? So if he heard it and then he heard Drake's use it, but it wasn't a hit yet until Drake put the lines on it. And he's upset about that because he can't hear it, but he felt like he took something from him.
But that wasn't the final chapter. That moment was merely Diddy venting his frustration. Behind closed doors, things were developing on a very different level. In August of 2015, Diddy made an appearance on The Breakfast Club and insisted publicly that there was no animosity, only love. Yet during that very same period, it was alleged he had placed a bounty on Drake's head. The word circulating through Los Angeles was that Diddy made it clear whoever managed to catch Drake in public would receive a reward. A discreet one, but legitimate nonetheless. That's why a lot of individuals throughout the city started acting in a suspicious manner.
Well, you talked about how you found out that they're trying to set up Drake in LA at one point. What exactly was that about?
That was about like him and Diddy were beefing, right? They had a little beef over something in Miami outside of Live.
I think Diddy allegedly to him or something. I think it was over the Start from the Bottom beat, where I guess it's supposed to go to Diddy.
Sources located in the Los Angeles area reported that there were multiple phone calls circulating. Drake's over here, Drake's in that location. That's when Drake made probably his most strategic move. He linked up with the Game, a figure who possessed considerable influence on the streets and knew exactly how to navigate that kind of climate. If Diddy really held that much power, in LA, Drake realized he would need someone just as deeply connected. The Game verified this in his own subtle way, saying individuals had approached him, asking him to help set up Drake. But instead of complying, he played defense and chose to protect him.
Drake here, Drake there, who will run up on him. I'm not saying it, it didn't come from Diddy directly, but LA get tricky. So, when there are beefs and they are here, no matter who it is, like there's certain people that are gonna get called, and I'm one of those people. So, I had privy, Drake to a little information. Like I said, I don't know where it came from, but I always, it's like my brother. So I hit him. I told him like, yo, this is what it is, but I got you. We over here, and I'm pretty heavy. So
Game made one thing abundantly clear. That sort of security doesn't come without a price. So Drake gave him the track 100 and filmed the video in Compton. That decision wasn't about gaining street cred. It was about making sure he stayed safe.
Drake comes to Compton to shoot the video.
100. He shot it on Brazil and Wimbledon.
What all happened during that video? What was that?
He pulled up, Drake gave us love, Stunner cleared it for me, didn't charge me, Drake didn't charge for the verse. Drake actually brought his film crew to film it for us. That's what he wanted to do. We was on the famous Brazil and Wimbledon shooting it. We had to move blocks. And when we move blocks, we send the little homies to do what they need to do. Drake kind of seen some activity and shit. He did what a motherfucker you're supposed to do. He got out of there. So we sent somebody to get him. Bro, it's cool. That ain't for you. That's for us. Because we seen going on. But we moving blocks. We're not just gonna hit the block without the block being right. So we had to make sure the homies, when they cleared the block.
Fast forward to now, Diddy's in court on serious federal charges, but it's what Cassie said on the stand that flipped the whole story. During her—
If you listen closely, the Game laid it all out in his verse. Ninjas called me to set you up, want me to come and wet you up, 'cause you out of town too like Biggie, then heard about the stuff Diddy on, so I came through to vest you up. And just like that, the feud came with evidence. Even though the Game had his back, Drake continued to tread carefully. During the shoot for 100, Wack said Drake became visibly nervous. He spotted some unfamiliar faces, panicked, and hopped into a van to make a quick exit. Even though those people were actually there to provide protection, Drake wasn't willing to take any chances. Wack had to run him down and explain the situation before they could continue filming.
Whooped her ass. He found out she was going to OVO Fest. So this is apparently some insight into the real reason why Diddy don't with Drake.
Don't nobody with Drake. Drake is a slimy nigga. He make great music, but Drake is the type of nigga who he can have any bitch in the club. Any bitch. They can all be 12. But you walk in with one.
Fast forward to the present. Diddy is facing federal charges in court, but it was Cassie's testimony that completely changed the narrative. During her redirect, prosecutors asked what had provoked Diddy to lash out physically. Her answer: she was preparing to attend OVO Fest, Drake's event. She testified, "Sean came to my residence and attempted to assault me. And the twist? She still boarded that plane." Despite everything, Cassie flew to Toronto and made it to OVO Fest. The courtroom was stunned.
The job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job. Why do you think Gary Owen can't cross over and he already won?
That doesn't suggest motive. what exactly does? Diddy believed Drake was encroaching on his relationship, and it wasn't just a suspicion. A rumor from 2013 resurfaced during the trial, one that suggested Drake might have signed Cassie to his OVO label. Whether it was formally official didn't matter to Diddy. Drake was operating on his turf. Even an old tweet from Lil Duval started making rounds again. He said, "Back then I heard Diddy swung on Drake in Miami just for greeting Cassie. People laughed it off at the time, but now it's all making much more sense." Drake's track, 4 p.m. in Calabasas, suddenly reads differently too. Lines like, "All you self-promoters are janky, and they trying to tempt me. The higher I get, the less they accept me. Even the OGs trying to press me." Then came the shot, "Take that, no love in their heart so they fake that," mocking Diddy's iconic phrase and name-dropping his album title, No Way Out. Drake wasn't simply rapping. He was narrating the entire saga through his lyrics. But no one put the pieces together until now. He even touched on domestic abuse with lines like, "That man is not a man for you, scared of letting your skeletons loose." It's beginning to look like Cassie may have shared details with Drake long before anything came out in court. And returning to Katt Williams, he spoke what many were unwilling to acknowledge. According to him, numerous rappers and industry moguls are not only mentioned on those Diddy recordings, they're actually heard screaming. Whether the content involves parties, incriminating calls, or something even darker, Katt's claims are no longer sounding outlandish. Interview 943 to 958. And if Drake's voice really is captured on those recordings, it raises a whole new wave of questions. Was he participating in something, or did he simply get caught off guard? Regardless, this story has been simmering beneath the surface for years. Several major news outlets and legal commentators covering the case have stated that the tapes remain sealed for now, but they're expected to be made public once the trial ends. And if Drake's voice is included, whether he's shouting or not, this could explode into something far more massive than just another music industry feud. Social media's already buzzing. One user remarked, "If Diddy is bold enough to target high-profile celebrities, just imagine what he's done to everyday people." Another wrote, "Diddy assaulted both Drake and Cassie. He doesn't discriminate." Shaking my head. So what's your reaction to these latest developments? Is Katt Williams revealing a deeper truth, or is he just stirring the pot? Drop your thoughts in the comments and be sure to check out the next video on screen. It's just as wild.